The Isaiah Factor Uncensored starts right now.
And welcome to The Factor Uncensored. It's officially curtains for R. Kelly. A judge has sentenced a disgraced singer to 3 decades behind bars. Now, he's been charged with federal racketeering and sex trafficking children. Allegations have been growing in the past few decades, and despite how serious they are, fans have still stood by R. Kelly. Let's talk about it tonight with our guests.
We have with us Rob G., the General from The Vibe, powered by KTSU Radio. Also, we have attorney Carl Moore. And Carl, you have represented everyone from Tekashi 6ix9ine to Paul Wall. Your thoughts on this sentence for R. Kelly?
Well, honestly, I'm not surprised at the judge sentencing him to the 30 years in prison, although I do believe it's a bit excessive given the circumstances.
So when we talk about these circumstances, Carl, what circumstances are we talking about?
The circumstances that surrounded the whole situation where the parents allowed for their children to be around R. Kelly. I'm a father of 2, and I just can't imagine leaving my daughter or son around him, or any stranger for that matter. I don't believe that he was a family friend or someone that they should have been entrusting their children with. And I do believe there was some sort of financial gain as a result of them leaving the children with him.
And Rob G., you are in touch with the fans out there, and you know those who love R. Kelly, and then there are some who hate R. Kelly now. What is the public reaction like to this?
It is just as you would expect, Isaiah, split down the middle. There's no gray area. You either feel like, you are a fan of R. Kelly and he was railroaded, or you feel like he's a monster and a predator who got what he deserves. I have not talked to anyone or heard from anybody who feels like, yeah, it could have gone either way, or, or they have very strong opinions one way or the other.
And Carl, he was charged with racketeering, or convicted of racketeering and sex trafficking. Sex trafficking is self-explanatory. When it comes to R. Kelly's case, what is the racketeering? What does that mean?
I think the racketeering came as a result of the children being transported and coming from different states. So there's a clause in the law that allows for racketeering to be charged with any time there's interstate commerce, which is also why the federal authorities charged him in addition to some of the state cases he faced in Illinois.
Now, is the Illinois case, is that wrapped up, or we're still waiting on sentencing in that one?
I believe that's still pending. This case is from the New York case, I believe. So the one in Illinois, I don't believe it's been disposed of.
So if the judge there decides 30 years, could it be concurrent or consecutive?
It would probably be concurrent, although there is a way usually when there's multiple charges, there's something called stacking, where a prosecutor could ask a judge to run the sentences consecutively, which would mean he'd have to finish or complete one sentence and then begin the other. But in this case, with the lawyers he has, I believe they would probably argue that the cases should run concurrently.
Now, did R. Kelly make a mistake by going public, doing public interviews, specifically where we saw the meltdown on CBS Morning News with Gayle King? Do both of you think that hurt or helped him in the public perception and in the criminal case? Rob G., let's begin with you first.
I think those interviews, I think they hurt him. I think they hurt him, more than they helped. And I mean, let's just face it. The other thing that hurt him was previous behavior. I think a lot of people saw that video from back in the early 2000s, where he was allegedly with a minor, and where there's smoke, there's fire, Isaiah, and people know that. And I just think people lose sight of the fact that if his name was KRIV, you'd want him under the jail. But because he made I Believe I Can Fly and Fiesta, you think, this couldn't be the guy that I love and I jam to so hard. He could not have done this. And that's not the case.
And Carl, I know as an attorney, you are always telling your clients, shut the hell up. Do you think the interviews that he did helped or hurt him?
Well, first off, I don't watch any other channel other than Fox 26, so I'm not aware of that interview. No, you're right. I think it was a big mistake to allow for their client to go public and have these interviews where he was kind of just left wide open. And anything you say can usually be used against you. And these interviews where he wasn't prepared and he made some ill-advised statements, I think those definitely hurt him in the criminal cases that he faced. So you're right. I usually would advise my client to remain silent because we all have that right, and we can just deal with the case in the courtroom and not in the media.
All right.
Like my
Attorney
dad told
Carl
me.
Moore and Rob G. General, thank you all for joining us here on The Factor Uncensored tonight.
Thanks, Isaiah.
Thank you.